What's up? How you doing? What you up to? I pray you're having a blessed morning, evening, afternoon, night, day, in between, 8 days a week kind of thing. Since there is 8 days a week, we just don't know. That's how many. They take 24 hours a day. They take 24 hours out the week every week. So you got 8 day weeks, but you only think you got 7. That's how stupid everybody is, Everybody just accepts it. You don't even realize it. You don't even know it. But they do it, and they have been doing it for your whole existence. You got someone that's, I don't know, they're upset. They regretting things. Maybe things in the past are starting to weigh on them. Maybe they feel weighed down. Like they have a lot to deal with, a lot to contend with, and maybe they're regretting some of their actions in the past, or they're regretting some of the moves they made. You know what I mean? Some of the or maybe the people they were with and like got caught up in things with, and maybe they owe people, or they're like running from like debt, or running from people that are no good that they got caught up with, and maybe done things to good people or something like that, and they're just in regret, and they feel weighed down, feel like they're tired of fighting. They're having to constantly fight over stuff, or they're having to compete with things, and they're just tired of it. They feel weighed down. They feel like the weight of the earth is on their shoulders. 5-5. And they're fighting. They have a lot of people coming up against them. Maybe they're having to, a lot of people are confronting them about things that they did, or things that, things they said, or things they did to others. Maybe they were fighting a lot of other people. Maybe they were coming up, causing a lot of conflict with others, and others are regretting maybe working with this person because they caused a lot of fights, they caused a lot of burdens for people, and people are feeling tired of having to work with this person, or because they're always fighting, they're always causing conflict and drama in someone's life, and weighing them down. And people are turning their back on these people. So maybe people ganged up to come up against you, or maybe you felt like you had a lot of people coming up against you, and it was because someone had a lot of weight on their shoulders. Someone maybe had, was being made to do things, being used as a puppet to come up against you. And this could be multiple people. So someone maybe in a higher position, or in a position where they can manipulate people, was causing a lot of people to cause drama in your life, to come up against you, to weigh you down. And people are starting to turn their back on these people, and maybe possibly you're starting to feel the weight coming off your shoulders, like that there's less turmoil, there's less drama, there's less conflict. People aren't bothering you all the time like they were, because people are starting to turn their back on whoever they were working with, that was causing tons of conflict and drama in not only your life, but in their life, because they had them coming up against you, causing you conflict, it mirrors back to them in karma and causes conflict in their life and their friends, their family, their children, and weighs them down. And a lot of people don't realize that until it's too late. And that's why people are starting to turn their back and walk away from these people and not working with them. And they're just, they're turning their back from watching. Maybe they were even even watching causes conflict in these people's life. Do y'all realize that? Like, if you're watching like someone, like, say, a live video, and the motherfuckers getting beat up or something's happening to them, some kind of smut film or something, it's crazy shit out there. Dark web is wild. All right. And but people don't realize that it mirrors back into your life and will cause things to happen like that. And people are walking away from watching. Maybe they're walking away from watching this. They're not wanting to watch or work with these people that are wanting to cause conflict in your life. And people are starting to regret even working with them or trying to come up against you, because it constantly keeps falling back onto them and their family. And people are starting to realize this. Karma is real. Like, energy is real. What you do to me will happen to you and your family, your friends, your co-workers, anybody around you. And especially if you come up against someone that, just say, is pretty good. I'm not saying like people are perfect or nothing. I'm just saying people that are pretty good. They keep to themselves. They don't cause problems. They don't cause trauma. You know what I mean? And you're just jealous of them and you want what they have. So you get people to gang up and attack them. It's, that karma is going to be so severe that, like, the weight of that, it probably kill you. You know what I mean? And if people are smart, they're going to turn their back and, and they're going to walk away from even watching or interfering with this. So, someone could have been beating you up, and there was people that were there watching, and instead of helping, they turned their back and walked away. And maybe you ended up getting killed. Maybe you died and maybe you came back, whatever. But still, people were there watching. They turned their back and walked away from it. And now they're feeling burdened. They feel like that karma's coming back on them now. Someone, a Queen of Pentacles, maybe they were causing things, trying to pay people or get people to, maybe they were getting people to turn their back on you. Maybe they were attacking you and wanting people to walk away from you, turn their back on you, not help you. And they're sitting there watching and laughing and loving it because that's what they wanted. They wanted to see you in turmoil and all, but just because they're an evil bitch. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of them out there, men and women. And by them doing this, just, that right there, anybody that's dealing with that Queen of Pentacles is going to have so much karma, so much weight thrown on them, that it's going to come back on them at some point in their life. It will. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but one day they're going to have to go through everything that they caused you, and it's going to be so much more severe that they're not going to be able to handle it. The weight is going to crush them, and there's going to be a ton of fighting, a ton of drama, and the same thing is going to be where people are going to watch and see this and turn their back on this person. And that's something you don't want. So remember that karma is real, and it will come back to haunt you. It will get you, and there's no way that you can stop it. Like, there's no way you could change it. There's nothing like that, because nature does not go by your rules, your laws, not man-made shit. You know what I mean? The laws of nature, the laws of earth, do not exist in your books. You know what I mean? You can't change it. You can't amend it. You can't do anything. It will get your ass. Peace.